I'd say they're going to become as big or bigger than the UK. Like, yeah, man, he fucking killed that, man. My man doesn't even need oxygen. Like, yo, this is VEX on the process. I started making beats in like kind of like 2016, 2017, but then around like 2019 and 2020, I started taking it actually more seriously and started doing it more and trying to get better. I'd kind of just look up YouTube tutorials like Joe, like trap tutorial for FL Studio and all that sort of stuff. Joe, that's how I started. And then Juicy J was like actually probably one of the first people that got me into wanting to make beats and all that stuff. And then London on the Track, Wheezy Beats, Metro Boomin, Murder Beats, all them. And then kind of UK drill in the last few years has kind of really blown up. So like Ghosty, M1 on the Beat, like MK the Plug, all those boys. I use FL Studio, but I used to use a thing called Reaper, and I use it sometimes like if I'm trying to like mix and master vocals for people. I think FL Studio, I just think it's much easier and the interface just looks easier and I just think it's smoother or something. I don't know what it is. I just think it's nicer and there's a load of tutorials and stuff. Well, for all of them there is, but I just love FL Studio. Like Nexus and Omnisphere really, but my laptop's like pretty in bad shape. That's a good way of putting it. So like I had to reset it, so I don't have any plugins at the moment. A load of it on Instagram really, like I'll just be trying to engage with people on Instagram, messaging them, trying to do collabs with people and just posting it around the place. I live down in Kerry and I talk to so many like artists up in Dublin and in the UK that like if this was like 50 years ago, I never would have been able to talk to them. Like Joe, it's changed everything totally, and like you can be a rapper from Ireland and blow up in the, like everyone in the UK can be listening to your music in America. So like all over the world you can be like popping off, and a lot of artists can be like, if I make a song with you, you like steal my clout and all this. Man, it's ridiculous. Like Joe, they'll be like, oh, if I make a song with him, he could become more popular than me, and just all childish shit. Like Joe, it's ridiculous. Like, oh, I don't know, man. I think it could go either way. I think like either way, Ireland and the UK are going to, I'd say they're going to become as big or bigger than the UK, like producer-wise anyway, like for production and all that stuff. Joe, some of the best like even writers in the world, like Joe, are from here, like, and yeah, I don't know, even if you look at like Pop Smoke, Joe, he was making UK drill, like he became huge, and CJ, his song Whoopty, like that's a UK drill beat, like, and Joe, it's starting to become big in the States, like, and when it does, it's just gonna be massive, like. It's kind of good and bad at the same time. Like I have more time to actually make beats, but it's kind of awkward living in Kerry trying to work with people because there's lockdown and yeah, so there's not really many people I can go meet up with and go to the studio, like that sort of stuff. So it's a bit of a balls, like, and I can't come up to Dublin, so. Yeah, I found Jab 1 probably about last year. No, it was about 2018, 2019. I started listening to a load of Irish rappers, and I just found him. He made a few songs with Vivid Beats, and Joe, I just kind of found him online, started listening to him. He seems like he's a really versatile artist. So like Joe, he can rap on like a load of different type of beats. Like he's not just a drill rapper. And I listened to a few of his songs. Joe, when I found out we were going to be making a track together, I was like, oh, I need to listen. And I knew I had this melody on my laptop, and I was like, oh, that sounds like something that he'd use. So I just kind of went for that, and just threw like drill drums on top of it, and yeah, I just kind of made something that I think he'd be able to rap over. And all right, so basically, yeah, I just started with this melody. I don't even know where it came from. I downloaded it online, and I just had it in a folder for ages, and Ja1 texted me saying that he wanted some wavy sort of melody, so I just got that through these 808s with a few slides, and this was kind of how I started the beat. Joe started with this bounce, put a cut, and then threw the drums in. Joe just trying to give it a nice bounce. Not much more really to it, just cutting stuff in and out, and then after listening to that, trying to mix mastered a bit. I put a soft clipper and an EQ on the 808s and a soft clipper and peak controller on the kicks, so they're not too loud. And yeah, I started off with this kick. It's just called drill kick 001, and I layered it then with another one. It's called a head kick, and I just layered them together, and yeah, threw them on top of the 808. And yeah, after that then I was like, need to add some hi-hats, so I just added hi-hat pattern, sort of like this, like a generic drill hi-hat pattern. Threw delay on the hi-hats and threw 50% of the mix level of delay on, so it doesn't cut through too much. And then it sounds kind of like this then. Threw a snare, and yeah, it's the chop snare, 2 of them, and just layered them. Threw a few just effects on. But yeah, I just added the snare here anyway, and yeah, the snare on. This is the snare pattern. Like, it's very basic. Just wanted to keep the beat basic and simple, like show something wavy. Threw my tag on, Joe riser, a few like gunshot effects, and yeah, then I added just an open hat then for kind of a bit more bounce, and that's pretty much how I made the beat. Like, threw another tag there at the end just for when the beat is cutting out, and yeah, I just did some automation so that the volume rises up before the 808 hits, and so it fades out. That's pretty much the main part of it.
Who's that? VEX, Xtracted Bars. Yeah, know the fine be the land. You can get what you want at the places at Kip. Where the lads who spark in the grounds, they know what's around here, but they got all them sticks. So many times they just laugh at the guards. No charge cause they're smart, they're just handing out lip. I'm on the rise like the smoke from a lamp. Too many pops let the lungs with a cramp and they say that I'm lit. Came from the bottom through piss and through shit. Was a young prince, now the man is a king. Get sad and I sing and I rap about the things that are all in the air. Get caught up in the wind, they don't judge around here. It's a farm full of pigs. There's a joint for the sick and a sick for the joint. Said I jump on the mic, get straight to the point. Who's that said I'm coming with a mad flow? Doing this since a baby, a tadpole. Now I'm sitting at home like a can coke, phone up, dango, I'm shook like a kango. Just cook those squares, no patio. My guys pulling those strings, no adagio. Came from the dope, a classy bro. And if you break that trust, get a taxi, bro. Yo, yo, better listen the fuck up. I come with the hard shit, I come with the bud of Dublin is here, you can scratch like a puzzle. I run through the tears, leak the fake out in trouble. I hustle and grab.
Man, his flow there is insane, man. Holy shit. That's craziness, like. Holy fuck, like.
Struggled and start, walked in the bowl and they said I got bars. Slip out of control like the bump of a car, but I said it before, I'm trying to flow with the stars. Who's that bro? Even doing Jazzy Bell 2 down at the flat Joe. I'm just striking, I'm scoring like Pato. These ladies go gaga, I call him Alejandro. Now you looking confused like what is the plan? So fucking up, man I got haters later. Soft boys be all squash when I'm famous. They can't shoot as far as I'm aiming. Man I just act as, man I'm at Damons. I'm stacking those savings, I'm spending it fast. Man I'm the dog, I don't play with these cats. Raising the bar while I'm doubling stats. I got love for the girl, I got love for the lads. Facts, the farm is the land. Leary the soil, that's the roots like a plant. Walk through the lane, all you hear is who's that? Just for the rap metal lands to the trap. If you're not from here, boy, with your back. Cause the YGs on the streets get you whacked.
Man, he's like a machine or something, man. A rapping machine, man. He's like a robot or something, man. This is craziness, man. What the fuck?
We're just pleased with speed since I left the flat, but now I'm sending tracks and still mending taps. Cause I believe one day it'll help the fam. Wanna sleep, get paid, bro, that's the plan. Yo, who's that?
Man, he doesn't even breathe, man. Why is he doing, man? My man doesn't even need oxygen, like. What's going on here, like?
The line coming fresh with a charm. I'm on a rapper, you better believe it. Well known in the game like the big man, Ebra lethal. Said I'm back with a rhythm on the track cause I practice. And I told you, no beef, I just do it for the love. And the fact is, they don't know this. From an early age, I've had me head in the books in the flat with me sister. Whipping the potions, living the motions, life of a roller coaster. Need to tone it down, maybe do some yoga. Cause I'm running around, just swear it's full of the coke. Live it, la vida loca. Caress the mic and then stroke it. She wanna lend the pipe and she knows it. Next to 9, I feel chosen. Yo, who's that? Xtracted Bars,
Oh man.
Ja1, Shout VEX, big up everybody. Yeah!
Ciao, Ja1, man, that was sick, man. That was a banger, man. 100%, man, that was sick. Like, man, his flow on that beat, man, is perfect, like spot on, man. That's exactly what I was expecting, like. That's madness. And yeah, man, the location looks sick as well. Like, the whole video, yeah, it looks mad. Holy shit.